The year was 1983, and the Cold War was at its most dangerous peak. Two global superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, stood on the brink of nuclear war, their fingers itching over the red button that could destroy life as we know it. Mistrust and tension were at an all-time high, and the world lived in constant fear of an all-out nuclear confrontation. In this precarious atmosphere, a single man's judgment would determine the fate of the world, though no one knew it at the time. That man was Stanislav Petrov, lieutenant colonel in the Soviet Air Defense Forces, stationed at a secret bunker outside Moscow. On the fateful night of September 26, 1983, Petrov was on duty monitoring the Soviet Union's early warning satellite system. This sophisticated system was designed to detect any incoming nuclear missile launches from the United States. It was his job to assess the threat and, if necessary, inform his superiors, who would then decide whether to retaliate with their own nuclear arsenal. It was a responsibility so heavy that most people would buckle under the weight. Shortly after midnight, the unthinkable happened. Alarms suddenly blared, and a red warning flashed across the screens. The system reported that the United States had launched 5 intercontinental ballistic missiles heading straight for the Soviet Union. Petrov's heart pounded in his chest. Protocol dictated that he immediately report the launch to his superiors. Retaliation would be swift and devastating, a full-scale nuclear response that would annihilate millions of lives and trigger a global nuclear apocalypse. But something about the situation didn't feel right to him. Petrov was a calm and experienced officer, and his instincts told him to question the system's warning. Why would the United States launch only 5 missiles? A real nuclear strike, he reasoned, would involve hundreds of missiles to ensure total destruction. The oddity of the situation gnawed at him. He faced an agonizing choice. If the alert was genuine and he dismissed it, the Soviet Union would be unprepared for a nuclear attack. But if the alert was false and he reported it, the Soviet Union might launch a retaliatory strike based on incorrect information, leading to mutual destruction. Minutes felt like an eternity as Petrov wrestled with his decision. Trusting his instincts and his understanding of the situation, he made a bold and risky choice. He declared the alert a false alarm and did not escalate it. He waited, holding his breath, as the world unknowingly teetered on the brink of annihilation. Time passed, and no missiles struck. The alarm was later confirmed to have been a false alert, a malfunction caused by an unusual alignment of sunlight reflecting off high-altitude clouds, which the satellite system had mistakenly interpreted as a missile launch. Petrov's calm under pressure and his refusal to act impulsively had averted what could have been World War III. Yet, despite his monumental decision, he received no medals or recognition from his government. In fact, he was reprimanded for failing to follow protocol by not logging the incident properly. For years, the story remained buried, and Petrov lived a quiet, unremarkable life. It wasn't until much later that the world learned about his incredible act of courage. When the incident finally came to light, Petrov was hailed as a hero, a man who had saved humanity from the brink of destruction. Stanislav Petrov's story is a humbling reminder of how close the world has come to disaster and how one individual's decision, guided by intuition, courage, and common sense, can change the course of history. It's a tale of quiet heroism, a beacon of hope in the shadow of fear, and a testament to the power of human judgment in an age of machines. So, the next time you hear the phrase, saving the world, remember that sometimes, it doesn't take an army, it only takes one person standing firm in the face of unimaginable pressure.